you hear me all right? Talk a little, Tony maybe a little higher. That was a tune called Astral Overture by John Kenyon. And if you notice by looking at the program tonight, I like composers whose first name begins with J. Jeffrey, John, Jerry, J, John, Joseph, James. Okay. The next selection we're going to play for you is going to feature our trumpet section, which they do a real nice job for us in junior band this year. And it's a march. I think you'll like it. It's called Sherman Oaks March. I like to try many different styles as much as I can. Our next style we're going to play for you, it's not an overture, it's not a march, it's a swing piece. And it's based on 12-bar blues progression, which is a very standard chord progression that's used in jazz a lot. And this has a good swing rhythm to it, so you tap your feet. Okay, next selection we're going to play for you, traditional sea chanty called All Ye Young Sailors, and it's based on the sea chanty Blow the Man Down. This is another style, and it's a very slow 6/8 march, but it's in fast 6/8 time for those of you that are familiar with music. Rollicking, it says in the score. We will try to do that for you now. All Ye Young Sailors. I have no idea what size audience we have tonight, because I can't see anybody past the first 2 rows. So if you're out there, make a lot of noise clapping tonight for these kids, because they're doing a really, really fine job, and I've enjoyed working with junior band since our last concert. The next selection we're going to play for you is related to the sea again. I'm sure a lot of you will remember a tune, or not a tune, but a show called, I think it was 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or something like that. Anyway, it had Captain Nemo in it, and the submarine was the Nautilus. Our next piece we're going to play for you is called the Nautilus. And it's kind of a mysterious under-the-sea water adventure. And because of our new facility here, we decided to experiment a little bit with some of the lighting effects with our computerized lighting and our sound system, and try to put it all together into one. And we've had a couple practices with it doing this. And hopefully it's all going to come together here tonight. I want to take this time right now, before we even start, to give Tony Christensen some recognition for doing all of what you are about to see. He's put in a lot of extra time. Give Tony a hand. I want to thank Tony. It's allowed the kids to have a real neat taste of what it's like on stage with all this stuff going on. And he's put in a lot of extra time and done a real fantastic job. Tony knows way more of what he's doing with that equipment back there than any of the teachers right now. So this is Nautilus. I want you to picture yourself way down in the bottom of the ocean and all that good stuff. This is Nautilus by Jay Chadwick. really looking forward to seeing that on the video camera because I never know what it's going to look like till it's all over with. Next selection we're going to play for you is a piece that stretches the junior band a little bit. This is another overture. It's called Overture for Tomorrow. And it has a lot of soloistic playing in it. It's a type of playing that will tend to make a player get withdrawn within himself and not want to play out. And it teaches a lot of musicianship. This was one for the director. And you need some for the kids like the last one was it. And you need some for the director. We need to teach a lot of listening skills and things. This stretches the junior band a little bit. But they do a good job with it, so we're going to play for you Overture for Tomorrow by John O'Leck. Our last selection we're going to play for you for junior band tonight is another march. I'd like to leave the audience, and whenever we leave a section or part of the program, with their feet tapping a little bit. And you can always do that real well with a march. We're going to play for you a march called Bunker Hill. and it's going to feature the whole brass in the middle section of it. I like to think of this march as one of those outside street type marches, meaning that if you can all picture yourselves out on the street corner on the 4th of July and watching a parade, somewhere way off in the distance you hear a drum coming down the street. And you're straining your ears to hear it, and as it's getting closer and closer, it gets louder and louder until finally it's right in front of you and it's the loudest point. And then as it heads up down the street this way, it gets softer and softer and softer until it's gone. And that's what Bunker Hill March does. See if you can hear that in this march. And then we're going to take a short intermission. Restrooms are down in the lobby. If you need to stand up and stretch, feel free to do so. There'll be an announcement to come back to your seats. You'll hear it down in the lobby. And we'll do the second half of the program, which is the senior high. This is Bunker Hill March. Very, very much. I wish we had another one we could do, but that's all we're going to do in training band part of the program. If you want to stretch, and restrooms are in the lobby, there'll be announcements to come back to your seats. I'm going to ask senior band to come down now and get their instruments. Thank you.
Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? See?
this was on my podium. This worries me a little. Mr. Wesley, since we like you so much, they clarified it right now. We won't play any tricks on you this year. Says thank you very much. Thanks for trying so hard to make us a better band. A special note of thanks to you because you do the things you do. Signed by all the seniors. Thank you very much. First selection we played was Edifice, Structure for Band. This half of the program goes in order as written. The next piece we're going to play for you is Overture Eroica, which is based on themes from Beethoven's Third Symphony. Now, I think just about everybody, you know, when they hear the old Nobody's Home, I'm not vocal, Nobody's Home, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, everybody can almost hum that. But the third one isn't quite as known. And Joseph Skornica took two themes from the Eroica Symphony and combined them all together for this group, band, instead of orchestra. And the kids kind of like it. And I think once you get in, you'll recognize some of these themes. This is Overture Eroica. The group you see before you tonight, I have a little bit of bragging rights. I don't know if I should say fortunate or not. It was a lot of work, but I hosted large group band contest this year, 2 days ago, Tuesday. And we had 10 schools participate, including us. And out of that contest, the Osakis band received 3 superior ratings out of 3, which is the highest we can get. One of the pieces we played for the judges was a piece by James Swearingen, who is a becoming very, very well-known and well-liked composer for groups such as this. And we're going to play a piece of his called Reflections. And with it, you'll hear a lot of nice dynamic contrast, hopefully a lot of nice in-tune playing, and like we did that day. And I think you'll enjoy it. This is Reflections. next piece we're going to do for you is, I don't know how else to put it, but this way. This is very, very serious band literature. The piece is called Dedicatory Overture, and it was commissioned by Epsilon Upsilon Chapter of Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia, which is a national honorary musical fraternity at Evansville College, Indiana. And I thought it was kind of appropriate to program this piece because when they first performed this in 1963 at that college, they used it for the dedication of a new music building. And I thought, how more appropriate than to do the same thing here with this group playing it, and we're going to dedicate this piece, Dedicatory Overture, to this new facility, which we are going to have for many years to come. And as you can see, it's top-notch. Acoustics are wonderful, and there's sky's the limit now. I also want to, more importantly, dedicate this next piece to our band's graduating seniors this year. This is my 4th year here. I've been here 4 years. And the seniors that are here were in 9th grade when I came. Now they are seniors. They've stayed in band, very dedicated, very fine players. So the statement you see on the bottom of your programs tonight, the entire concert is dedicated to them, but more importantly, this piece. And I'm going to ask our seniors to be recognized now. I'm going to announce their names. First flute, Renee Marthauer. First clarinet, Jill Temple and Julie Barrett. First alto sax, Shay Stearns. First tenor, Kristen Retton. First cornet, Mike Earle. Craig Avers, 3rd cornet. And Stacy Robinson, first trombone. And I really, really want you to put your hands together for these singers because they're doing awesome. I hope you enjoy this piece. It is, like I say, serious band literature, and the composer, Clifton Williams, has used the alma mater for Evansville College within the composition, as well as a lot of his own original work. And you'll hear 2 themes in this if you listen. One you'll recognize as an alma mater because it sounds like an alma mater. The other one is the opening statement, which you will hear in the brass. And throughout all the different styles, you'll hear these 2 themes come through. This is Dedicatory Overture.
brass are getting tired back there. They were wanting me to stall, I bet. If I was a brass player, that's what I'd stall. I'm not even going to do it. They're tired. We're going to do our last selection. And again, I like to leave the audience with their toes tapping. And this is a nice little march called His Honor March. And we also did this one for contest. This was our warm-up number for contest, His Honor March. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting our kids in their musical education. It's nice to see such a large crowd, and I hope this tradition continues, concert after concert after concert after concert. Tell a friend, tell a whole bunch of friends, and tell a whole bunch of relatives, so that our concerts are always this full and better. I'm really, really happy with the response tonight, and I want to thank you all for coming. Upcoming events, let's see, we have a choir concert, and help me, Joel, if I'm wrong, I can't see it, but it's on April 5th, and let's see, what else we got coming up? On May 3rd, there's going to be an elementary art show with my wife doing a lot of neat stuff with the elementary kids, and I'm going to have elementary bands playing on that one. And finally, I think on May 26th, the jazz band's going to perform the last concert of the year. And again, thank you for coming. This is our last selection, His Honor March.
thank you for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. There was something I was going to say, but I forgot. Oh, I remember. If you like what you heard, please tell the people behind me and the people that were behind me before with the junior band. And don't tell me, tell them. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
All three on carpet. I think we should be able to find a way over there.
Fairly weak. I'd love to see you.
Excuse me, the softest.
You like that one?